Life is too short for long-term grudges. There have to be reasons that you get up in the morning and you want to live. Why do you want to live? What's the point? What inspires you? What do you love about the future? If the future does not include being out there among the stars and being a multi-planet species, I find that incredibly depressing. Never. I don't ever give up. I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated. For my part, I will never give up, and I mean never. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. If something's important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome is failure. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds aren't in your favor. One of the really tough things is figuring out what questions to ask. Once you figure out the question, then the answer is relatively easy. The first step is to establish that something is possible. Then probability will occur. If the rules are such that you can't make progress, then you have to fight the rules. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop, where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. It's very important to actively seek out and listen very carefully to negative feedback. Pay attention to negative feedback and solicit it, particularly from friends. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. Take risks now. Do something bold. You won't regret it. Failure is a good option. If you are not failing, you are not trying hard enough. Patience is a virtue, and I'm learning patience. It's a tough lesson. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. People should pursue what they're passionate about. That will make them happier than pretty much anything else. I wouldn't say I have a lack of fear. In fact, I'd like my fear emotion to be less because it's very distracting and fries my nervous system. The value of beauty and inspiration is very much underrated, no question. But I want to be clear. I'm not trying to be anyone's savior. I'm just trying to think about the future and not be sad. You should take the approach that you're wrong. Your goal is to be less wrong. I think it's possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary.